Importance and production technique of blue-green algal biofertilizers. So what is biofertilizer? Is biologically active product or microbial inoculant of bacteria, algae and fungi, either separately or in combination, which helps in biological nitrogen fixation for the benefits of plants. Is definition of biofertilizer. Actually, any biofertilizer, including BCA, is basically soil friendly microbial inoculant and are multiplied in control conditions, which enhances crop yield. Such biofertilizers, they must be easily available and must be economically cheap resource material for the user to use in his field. Actually, after water, nitrogen is the most required element, or we can say growth limiting factor for the plant growth. Crop need heavy dose of nitrogen to maximize the yield, that we know. And for that, we add chemical fertilizer through nitrogen to the soil. Actually, these chemical fertilizers, they are costly, also cause negative environmental effect. And for production of these chemical fertilizers, one must remember that it consumes fossil fuel energy. While manufacturing these chemical fertilizers, greenhouse gases are released in the atmosphere, and process is responsible for causing global warming. So all these factors makes us to think over whether to use chemical fertilizers or not. So scientists are of the opinion that if some amount of availability of nitrogen is made through using the biofertilizers, will be a better thing. And that's why the importance of biofertilizer is there. So we will go towards this eco-friendly fertilizer production methods, how biofertilizers are produced, particularly blue-green algal biofertilizers they are produced, that we will see in some depth. So many species of blue-green algae, we call them as a cyanobacteria, they have capacity to fix nitrogen either symbiotically or non-symbiotically. All such species are used in production of blue-green algal biofertilizer. So we can enlist them like Plectonema, Oscillatoria, Limbia, Anabiana, Nostoc, Rivillaria, Gliotrichia, Cytonema, Stignema. So these are some of the names of blue-green algae and are being used nowadays as a biofertilizer. So how these biofertilizers they are produced? So we will see some of the steps related to the technique of production of biofertilizer. So at first, to begin with, one has to prepare pure culture for mass multiplication of biofertilizer. So what is done for preparing the pure culture? So take about 5 gram of topsoil from paddy field and add in a 100 ml Fox medium in a flask. Sequel this flask and incubate at room temperature and eliminate it under 1500 lux. So that there will be increase in algal growth. This algal culture is transferred to 10 ml of water now in a test tube. Shake the test tube to separate the algal filaments, and this content is easily one can dilute the algal culture, which is 10 ml in 10 ml of water, to which we have shaken to separate the algal filaments. So this algal culture is serially diluted, and every dilution drop is inoculated in different petri dishes containing Fox medium. So what Fox medium contain? So in brief, I will tell you the ingredients. Potassium hypophosphate 0.2 gram, magnesium sulfate hydrated 0.2 gram, calcium chloride 0.1 gram, sodium molybdate 0.1 milligram, magnesium chloride 0.1 milligram, boric acid 0.1 milligram, copper sulfate 0.1 milligram, then zinc sulfate 0.1 milligram, and iron EDTA 1 ml. So these are the ingredients or contents of Fox medium, which is good for growth of blue-green algae just mentioned. So all these chemicals in a proper amount are mixed in 100 ml distilled water, and pH is adjusted to 7. This culture is examined under microscope, and finally pure culture is obtained. Once we are having the pure culture, we can go for its mass culture. And for this mass culture of BZA, different methods are used. So one of that is drum method, second is pit method, third is field method or also called as a soil method, and fourth is nursery method. So we will see some details related with the tow method. Also it is called as a tank method. So metallic trays of particular size, for example 6 feet into 3 feet into 9 feet, they are prepared and are filled with 10 kilogram of soil. 200 gram of superphosphate is sprayed over it. Water is poured up to 5 to 10 centimeter height. Also calcium carbonate is added in the trays to adjust pH of about 7. Then sawdust is spread over soil, and starter culture is sprinkled on the soil surface. These trays are kept in sunlight so that algal culture will develop profusely. These trays are watered every day. After sufficient growth of blue-green algae in soil, it is allowed to dry. These dry flakes containing blue-green algae are collected and packed for further use as biofertilizer. Instead of this, instead of using metallic trays, one can prepare permanent cement tanks, and they are used instead of these trays to produce blue-green biofertilizers. Then we will go towards the another method. Before, you see here, these are the cement tanks. Cement tanks, they are constructed, and in these cement tanks BZA is produced in mass amount. Now we will go towards the another method, that is pit method. Shallow pit under sunlight is prepared, and its inner line or side is covered with polythene sheets to avoid percolation of water. And these pits, they are filled with soil up to 20 centimeter height. And pits are watered to about 10 centimeter height. At adjusts the pH, and then carbofuran is added to the pits so that there will be no infection by soil-borne fungi. Due to carbofuran, they get killed. And these pits are then sprayed with sawdust. And then sprinkle starter culture over the soil in pits. These pits, they are watered to favor good growth of blue-green algae. This soil containing BGA is further used for algalization or as a biofertilizer. Now, third method, that is field method. Also, it is called as a soil method of BGA production. In this method, biofertilizers are prepared in open field. Small plots are prepared having 40 square meter size. These plots are watered up to 15 centimeter height. And in these plots, 20 kilograms per phosphate is added. pH is adjusted and 240 gram of carbofuran is applied in every plot so as to control insects and pests. Then starter culture, that is algal culture, about 5 kilogram per plot is sprinkled, and these plots are frequently watered. After 3-4 weeks, good growth of blue-green algae will be seen in the plots in clear sunny weather. Now soil in the plot is allowed to dry, and dried soil containing blue-green algae inoculant is further used as biofertilizer. About 30 kg of BGA inoculant is harvested from each plot. After harvesting, well-dried blue-green algae flakes, they are packed in gunny bags, and bags are stored in cool and dry place. These BGA bags can be preserved for 3 years without damaging its efficiency. About 10 kilogram BGA per hectare is recommended for rice field. Dried BGA flakes are introduced to the field after 10 days of transplantation of rice seedlings. This application of BGA to crop is known as algalization and has capacity to increase the yield up to 34%, particularly in case of rice. This field method or soil method of production of BGA biofertilizer is practiced in many states of India even. Then we will see the nursery method of BGA biofertilizer production. So farmers can use this method also to produce the BGA biofertilizer. With seedlings of rice in the nursery. See here, one new concept we can say. In the same nursery, one can have seedlings of rice, and in a particular area in the same nursery can be reserved for production of biofertilizer. So if suppose the rice nursery, seedling production nursery, having 320 square meter area, out of that an additional 40 square meter area should be reserved for blue-green algal biofertilizer production. The method of production is same just like we have discussed above, that is field or soil method of BGA biofertilizer production. In the nursery, rice seedlings will become ready for transplantation. At the same time, we can have the 50 to 20 kilogram of BGA inoculant, and it is sufficient to inoculate about 1.5 hectare of field. Thus, farmer should not to invest additional money for the preparation of blue-green algae inoculant. Both the BGA inoculant as well as seedlings are ready side by side in the same place. So this is the benefit of this nursery method. Some of the demerits are there if one use soil as a carrier material for production of biofertilizer, and that are poor inoculum loading, secondly heavy contamination due to use of soil as a carrier material, also bulky nature of this soil, and to improve, instead of using the soil as a carrier material, nowadays some improvements are taken into consideration. So select suitable carrier instead of soil. Then secondly, instead of open area production, indoor production of biofertilizer is recommended. Proper mixing of the culture, care is given on this thing, and alternative for soil as a carrier material, paddy straw or rust husk, sugarcane waste or coconut coir, these carrier materials are being tried nowadays. Most suitable carrier material is multani mitti. This multani mitti is the best and widely used carrier nowadays and gives nice result to develop blue-green algae biofertilizer within 6 to 10 days. brief, we have taken survey what are the different methods of culture of blue-green algae. So 3-4 methods nowadays used commercially, like trough method or pit method or soil method or nursery method. This is a very applicable concept. So one can have on small scale industry. You can develop it as your side business as a small scale industry production of blue green algae with the help of any one of the method or use all of the methods, and this will be the great work or help to the society.